Let's see what we got. What we got. The many victims of Nardwuar. Not my dude Nardwuar. He's innocent. Unless they about to talk about him being musty or his breath stinking or how close he hold the microphone to your face, because I know a lot of people complain about that. They be like, why you holding that bitch so close? But let me see what he talking about.
Rappers like to keep things on their terms. Intent on image management at all costs, they attempt to take full control of their past, present, and future. And if any man in
probably because he know all the shit about you and you don't even know what he about to ask.
The journalistic world is saluted for his unique method of sidestepping those barriers, it's Nardwuar. As a nasally speaking, middle-aged man from Vancouver, he's probably the last person you'd expect to be able to cut through those hardened exteriors of rappers and make them show real emotion. Whether that be anger, confusion, joy, or make them show real emotion. Whether that be anger, confusion, joy, or a strange mix of all three. But that's exactly where he excels. These days, Nardwuar, real name Josh Ruskin, has been doing interviews for nearly 4 decades. And by now, his reputation is so iconic that even rappers like Trippie Redd in the late Juice world saw getting interviewed by him as something to aspire to.
Honestly, I appreciate this because I've always wanted to do this with you. But you're weird, but I love you.
WHFing. Jalen.
I think most people like us black people, like me, because I had dreads when I was young. Nobody told us the correct way to do it. I think if they would have went to the shop and got it done initially, and you keep up with it, then the long way to get it to be better, you'll have some nice, strong locks and shit like that. But when you just like me, when I just used to be twisting my shit in class and shit, and just twisting it, and you end up doing the whole head, and then you end up letting it lock, and then it gets longer, and it gets skinnier, and it just go to falling out, and you gotta keep better up with your health.
The illest.
And they don't tell you that. Like, I ain't know actually when I was young growing dreads. I'm like, if I would have knew what I know now, I would have took way better care of myself.
How? Nardwuar, how?
Due to this gift of making rappers come out of their shells, he can be a menace with the mic in his.
You see how Dirk, Future, everybody had to go to the Wicks. Jay-Z, everybody had to go to the Wicks because their regular dreads got fucked up, got thin and shit like that. And then you're gonna have to get like Future and have to cut that shit off
all
eventually.
the best ways.
You see,
and by
Wayne
now,
shit,
that's
Future
the risk
ain't gonna
that
be like
artists
that,
know
so we
they're
cut that shit
taking.
off.
It's your boy Luesta, and this is Nardwest in his home nation of Canada. Nardwuar has progressed to the point where he's a national treasure that people feel should be protected at all costs. In situations where most rappers would usually posture and put on a front, Nardwuar brushes that aside and gets their genuine, unfiltered reactions to whatever he throws their way. But Nardwuar wasn't always a die-hard hip-hop.
Damn, look at young
In fact,
Nardwuar.
he was
That
a
nigga always
latecomer
dressed
to
like
the
that.
culture. Rather than
That's
growing up
crazy.
immersed in rap, he kind of stumbled into it later in life and eventually fell in love with the craft.
So I interviewed him middleman, and then somebody said, "Hey, why don't you get into rap? Snoop Doggy Dogg is coming to town."
He
Like,
always had that
like
voice.
Rap. Look, rap is like the new hair metal. So I just go from one to the other. So I'll do anything.
Do you like it though?
I used to have blinders. I am totally transfixed for it because I love the garage rock.
Along the way, he talked to a whole host of rock legends, ranging from the late Kurt Cobain of Nirvana, all the way to Britpop icons like Blur, who ended up losing a lot of respect from fans simply for having the nerve to get physical with Nardwuar. Although, even when things went left, the veteran interviewer kept his cool under pressure.
Would it be okay to stand over there? Come on. How?
Stand there and ask your question.
Okay.
It's gonna be fine.
Okay, I'll just. Okay.
All gonna be fine.
Okay.
Don't worry about it, mate.
Okay.
What type of lame wannabe business
Okay.
is that?
As long as we got
Fucking
that on
nerd
tape,
bullet.
that's all
That
that
shit would've
counts.
pissed me off.
No matter
man.
what's been thrown
If
at
you was
him,
part of the Nardwuar squad, or unless he was by himself, if he was part of his team, y'all was supposed to do something about that. 'Cause that was some whole ass shit, unless that was the gimmick.
his approach
That shit
has
pissed
never
me off.
changed, no matter who he's talking to. Because to
Who the
Nardwuar,
fuck
his
was
job
that?
isn't just to ask questions. It's to make the person he's interviewing come alive for the audience.
Man, nah, that shit blew me. Gotta light a blunt after that. Like, why would you just do that to like this? Like, that's the most calm. Like, you don't even bother nobody. I see if he was on some bullshit or something. Like, y'all just was on some bullshit.
He actually summed it up perfectly himself in one interview where he said, "It's the interviewer's job to make the interviewee look exciting. Afterwards, you can't go say, oh, that person was boring. No, it's up to you to bring out the best in that
Nah, that's a
person."
fact.
And when
Some
it comes to
people are just boring.
rappers, the way he pulls that off is through his insane levels
I
of
watched damn
research.
near all
The
his
kind that
fucking
leaves
interviews,
artists both
everybody.
amazed and a little
I
freaked
watched
out
all
at the
these.
same time. But in the end, most of them leave the internet with a lot of affection for the self-proclaimed human serviette. Among the best examples of this is Tyler, the Creator. At the height of the Odd Future hype train, Nardwuar caught up with Tyler at South by Southwest, and alongside giving him and OF's Haji Beats gifts ranging from baking soap to obscure records, he left Tyler stunned when he let it slip that the rapper's mother hailed from the Great White North.
Could you please tell us Canada? Is your mom half Canadian?
Yeah, her. What the f? How you know this shit?
Fucked him up.
Yeah, my mom's mixed.
I mean, it should be public
Oh
knowledge.
shit!
But
What the f? You with the feds?
Did research.
Despite how freaked
Nigga
out
probably
he
looked
was,
up where
it was
Tyler, the
clearly
Creator,
enough to
was from.
endear the interviewer to Tyler, as since then, they've continued to be friendly in their own unique way, including some very sus moments.
Please warm my wiener.
Nick, no.
I have a gift for you, Tyler. Right now, please warm my wiener.
Oh shit.
Yeah, actually, if you just pull it down.
Shit, Nardwuar.
What the hell?
My bad, Nardy. You had me nervous.
In one
This
instance,
nigga play
he was
too
so
much,
excited
bro.
to see him that
He
he
like the
almost
ultimate
killed
troll, but I believe that he
Tyler,
have
it's me, Nardwuar. I have a
at the
gift
same
for you,
time,
finally.
so I don't know.
Yeah, boyfriend. Yeah, I'm Igor.
Dan Vegas!
Knock my head off, man.
But the love between them goes two ways. Since then, in one of their meetups in 2022, the ever-humble Nardwuar accredited that 2011 interview as being his breakout moment with the internet generation.
I was gonna say, Tyler, thank you again for talking to me over the years. From 2011 till now, like 5 times we have talked.
It's been a lot.
I really appreciate you talking to me, Tyler, because I think the first time that people knew who I was, really, was through your interview with me, 2011. They heard of me for the first time.
That's a damn lie.
Clearly, Tyler has
said
the
no
utmost
woman
respect for
popping way before
Nardwuar,
then.
and this is a trait that he shares with a longtime friend of his, who was also so shocked that his usually icy cool demeanor was shattered for a little minute. Back when they stepped into the arena to chat with Nardwuar, ASAP Mob were one of the coolest hip-hop crews around. With their psychedelic southern-influenced sound,
Whatever happened
Rocky
to them?
Yams, Ferg, 12E, and the
A$AP
rest of the
Ferg.
crew brought a new flavor to East Coast hip-hop that was desperately needed. Not to
Ferg
mention,
and Sap
they
was
literally
the
turned the
only two
rap
niggas I know.
fashion game on its head by rocking the likes of Raph Simmons and Rick Owens. Because of these credentials, you would think that they might be too cool to be respectful to someone as wacky as Nardwuar, but instead, they instantly hit it off with him.
Who are you?
Man, I be that pretty motherfucker, man.
ASAP?
Yes, sir.
Rocky,
Yes, sir.
welcome to Austin, Texas, ASAP.
Thank you, sir.
However, after he got them comfortable, that's when he started doing what he does best
I
and
even seen
unveiling
this
some
years
crazy
ago when it
information
first
from their
came out.
past, including ASAP Ferg's previous life
That's
as
how
a
long
jewelry
I've been
maker.
on Nardwuar.
I f***ed your dame, and she bought me a
Motherfucking chain.
chain. And I was thinking, Mr. Ferg, chains, you make the chains.
Oh, How did he know that? That was so long ago.
Yeah, I used to make chains. I used to make jewelry.
But just as they were catching their breath from the wild interaction, Nardwuar hit them with another curveball, throwing Flacco for a loop by bringing up an old hangout spot from his past.
I guess I was curious, ASAP, what is the importance of the Black Ink Gallery?
Wow. How the do you know about the Black Ink Gallery? Okay,
People always be talking about how close that nigga be having the mic. They be like, damn, just bag it up a little bit. And it smell like your breath on it.
Black Ink Gallery
I heard
is a
people tell
tattoo
them that.
shop in Harlem where we all used to just hang out at 113th. And, you know, that was just like one of the clubhouses. We got a bunch of them, several of them.
While some rappers might
And, you know, that was just like
No disrespect, but I can see how none of the rest of them made it, but Sap and Ferg. But all them niggas look like they don't look like stars. You just look like the homeboys out the hood who a nigga brung with them. They do not look like no stars at all.
one of the clubhouses. We got a bunch of them, several of them.
While some rappers might have taken it the wrong way and looked annoyed, like Nardwuar was crossing the line, Rocky and the crew actually got praised for how cool they stayed. And it just showed how much respect Nardwuar holds in
Coming up watching, I never noticed that people would probably be disrespected that he know all this or look to know. I never noticed that. I just thought they enjoyed the interview because they always be like, how you know that? How you know? But I ain't never knew
hip-hop
people
today.
probably
I
felt
love how
that way.
80s punk bands were trying so hard to act cool to the point of bullying him, while almost all these hip-hop artists show him mad respect. That says something. For the most part, this tends to be the pattern with rappers. Yeah, they're definitely caught off guard by how much he knows, but instead of feeling threatened, they're usually more impressed than anything else. Even when he's out here spilling their entire life story on camera, like he did with none other than Kendrick Lamar. Rather than focus on his prosperous future, Nardwuar delved into his formative years in Compton when he interviewed Kendrick. At first, Kendrick seemed pretty relaxed, until Nardwuar casually exposed the identity of his 7th grade rap partner for the whole world to see.
Do you know a guy called Canon?
Day. You heard that? Yeah, that's crazy. This dude said Cannon. Wow. That's crazy. Cannon. That's one of the dudes I started off rapping with. Wow, that's...
Chewy believes all pets are exceptional, especially when you feed them vet-recommended Purina Pro Plan.
That's 8th grade. That's 7th grade.
But while that reveal was just a small taste, the mix of fear and awe really kicked in when Nardwuar somehow knew all of his go-to local fast food spots.
Now that might make you kind of hungry. What about Louisiana chicken?
I didn't know about that.
That's the Louisiana chicken. That's the neighborhood. Yeah.
They got Louisiana chicken in LA? Oh, y'all had to put me down.
That's my favorite. Yeah. Yeah, Louisiana chicken. That's the neighborhood. Yeah. That's my favorite. Yeah.
And it's like bulletproof glass?
Yeah.
And Kendrick Lamar, there's also Tams and Rite Aid too. The Rite Aid.
Definitely grew up in Tams and Rite. This dude right here is really doing his research though. This is crazy. Yeah, Tams and Rite Aid. I get the chili cheese fries.
And what about at the Rite Aid?
Rite Aid, I just get a bunch of milk for my little brothers and stuff like that.
For someone as private and guarded as K-Dot, it's rare to see him so thrown off by a line of questioning, especially when he hardly even steps out in the public these days, let alone opens up about his personal life outside the studio. But Kendrick isn't the only time Nardwuar's interviews took a wild turn. In fact, there was one moment where the Canadian legend dropped a bombshell that left J. Cole genuinely baffled, wondering how something so tightly kept within the industry had possibly leaked. For a long time, J. Cole had informed Nardwuar that they would chat, but the right time had yet to emerge. Even when he caught up with him backstage at a festival in Vegas, he was told that it would occur sometime in the future.
I have some questions.
I already know you're ready for me.
How should I, Catherine still? Are you coming to Vancouver, you think? In Vancouver?
Yeah, probably late next year or either 2021.
Okay. Thanks again for your set. Thanks for remembering me too. I appreciate that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. See ya. Bye.
So when the moment finally came in December of 2021, Nardwuar didn't hesitate. He took his shot and left J. Cole completely stunned. And midway through the interview, he did just that by unveiling the role that J. Cole had in connecting one of his fellow Big Three members with the man that would be his label boss and mentor. But what's crazy is that this had never been public knowledge beforehand.
J. Cole, did you tell Dr. Dre about Kendrick?
Like, who knew this? Who could have told him?
Who told you that?
Like, who could have told you?
Who gave you that piece of information?
Well, you are J. Cole. We have to know.
That's never. The answer is yes. I did. Have you tested water? So yeah, I was like, yo, you gotta sign this kid from Compton. Boom, boom. Kendrick. Boom, boom. And then Manny was like, oh yeah, that's the kid I was telling you about. Boom, boom, boom. So I have no clue. You know what I mean?
Manny Fresh.
Because that's never. You know what I mean? I've never heard anybody say that type of shit. But yeah. Shout out to Dr. Dre.
Clearly, he caught Cole off guard and might have even robbed him of what could have been a really decisive card to play in what would be their short-lived beef. That humble silence. And that's something J. Cole was saving if they were to ever battle. Although there are many things that make Nardwuar a singular force in hip-hop interviews, the ability to know things that he has no right having any access to is what can really put artists in a tough space. One rapper who knows this feeling all too well is Ugly God, who looked mildly terrified for the entire interview. Instead of easing into things, Nardwuar came out swinging, dropping specific details about the day Ugly God was born.
And you, Ugly God, were born at 1:23?
What the? Yes, I was born at 1:23 p.m. September 19th, 1996.
When asked about how he possibly knew that, Nardwuar just hit him with his classic, mysterious response.
We have to know, but your mama?
Well, you are Ugly God. We have to know.
Somebody close to you, obviously.
Yes.
But even though that already had Ugly God on edge, things really crossed the line when Nardwuar brought up something so random and insignificant, yet somehow knew way too much about it.
Ugly God, quote, sad dad, young
Pussy bacon.
hermit.
Crab. Wait, hold up. How you know that? Young Hermit Crab. How you know about that? My rap name, oh my gosh. I was Young Hermit Crab for a week. For a week. And you know this.
You know this.
Wow.
Thankfully, Ugly God, like many artists, took all of
Thanks to this waterfront hotel on Booking.com.
When he talk to the people, like, bro, give me something that nobody knows, something that he never said on the interview. Give me something. They're like, oh well, he was such and such for a week before. I don't think nobody know that. I'm good. I'm jot that down. Like, it be coming from the fans, some from the family, some just some regular research.
Nardwuar's prying into his heritage in his stride and laughed along. But Nardwuar doesn't always get so lucky. And when the legendary Kid Cudi appeared on his platform, it was a disaster waiting to happen. Recorded during Cudi's meteoric rise, the legendary artist from Cleveland was always going through a lot during his come up, as not only was he dealing with substance issues and the pressures of fame, but his mental
I liked his first song, that was Day and Night, and that probably was it.
health wasn't in the best of places. For all of these reasons, you could argue that the vibes were off from the very beginning, with Cudi seemingly irritated from the outset.
Kid Cudi, welcome to Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada.
Thank you for having me.
Kid Cudi, you're also known as Domingo?
Yes.
Domingo?
Yeah, Domingo Dean.
What can you say about Domingo Dean versus Kid Cudi?
Well, there's two things that me and Domingo Dean have in common.
Right now?
Microphone's too close to my mouth.
Oh, let's see, I was
And
saying, a lot of people say
that was a joke.
Nah, that ain't a joke. He ain't the first. A lot of people be like, bro, you got the microphone too close. You know what I mean?
Things got underway on a tense note. They really got messy when he started bringing up Cudi's uncle, a former jazz drummer who had passed on just a little before that interview took place.
My uncle, who just passed away around the time when I was writing Day and Night, he was a really famous jazz musician, but he played the drums, and he was so humble that he didn't want to be in the spotlight. He did a lot of work. I mean, I'm talking about the Rat Pack. He was cool with those people.
Do you have his record?
Like Cudi
I have some of his old vinyl from when he passed on. We went to his apartment.
And I believe the dude who did this video full of shit, because he talking about the many victims and all. Well, it ain't been no victim. It's just been a lot of interviews.
I have another gift for you right here. Check this out. Do you have this record here, Kid Cudi? Your uncle, Khalil.
Yes. Yeah. Bang. That's fam right there.
Rather than heeding the cues from Cudi to back off, Nardwuar kept going. And Cudi got increasingly stressed until it progressed to a literal anxiety attack that left him running for the door.
It's all good. Same difference.
Can you check right there? Look where he's from. It's really neat. This is your uncle. Where did he move from? If you read there, Khalil.
Clevelander. All day. You're not telling me nothing new.
But I want to tell the people about all this stuff.
You tell me about my family, and I know my family.
And there he is. I said it's so neat. Like, there he is right there playing. I think it's really cool that there he is playing drums.
That's him. That's my uncle.
You're loving the Cleveland. What do you remember about old school Cleveland stuff? Do you remember any of the old school Cleveland stuff?
Right out. Sorry, fam.
Oh, okay. Can I? Well, no, Kid Cudi, doot-doo-loot-doo. Can I at least say goodbye? Doot-doo-loot-doo.
Right,
say bye bye.
Like after a while, your boy kept pulling shit out the crate. He like, man, look, we gotta go.
Oh, man, chill out.
As a result of how much he pursued him afterwards, this is one of the few times where fans actually feel Nardwuar might have been in the wrong. That last one's messed up from him. I get Kid Cudi. When it comes to certain things, you gotta know when to chill. These days, Nardwuar's interviews with rappers rarely go off the rails like that. Mainly because the culture now fully embraces him as a legend. But that moment with Kid Cudi was a throwback to a time when the older generations of MCs weren't quite sure how to handle Nardwuar's unpredictable style. One prime example of this was the Queen Bridge's own legend,
Nas.
The interview happened years ago, and at first, Nas seemed cool with the usual stack of records Nardwuar brings along. But things took a turn when Nardwuar hit him with some deep-cut research, tracking Nas all the way back to his hood.
MC Shan. Now he's from...
Wow, he's from the bridge. This is my inspiration, y'all. This dude here, see where he's at? This is the project where I come from. That's the elevator doors open. See, that's the first floor, and that's the project hallway right there. And he's telling the crackhead, Jane, stop this crazy thing.
And Nas,
crazy, you're crazy.
However, as time went on and Nardwuar's bag of tricks kept producing more and more stuff, the novelty wore off for Nas, and he let his cool and composed image fall to the side.
It's all love, it's all music. Peace.
Thanks so much, Nas. Keep on rocking in the free world and doot-doot-a-loot-doo.
Peace.
Almost, Nas. Doot-doot-a-loot-doo.
Yo, it's over. All right, it's over. It's over. Move the mic. Move the mic.
Thank you.
I sure was about to say he kept
Thanks
it
so
cool
much, Nas.
for the most part.
Nas definitely wasn't the only legend from that era who struggled to wrap their head around what Nardwuar was doing. Another prime example, Busta Rhymes, who
Yeah, I
looked
heard Busta got a
completely
short
baffled
temper.
by the whole experience. Much like Nas, they seem to have a little bit of a rapport to begin with.
Who are you?
I think the question is, who are you? I never seen you before. I think people have seen me and
This was on the scene Halloween something, one of them Halloweens he was on.
my work and my years of a lot of struggle and creative contribution to the art form overall. Who are you?
Well, you are Busta Rhymes, and I am Nardwuar, the human serviette.
The human serviette. What's the serviette?
Just to help serve the youth, Busta.
Oh, is that so?
But as the interview went on, Busta started looking more and more confused, and even though he was nearly twice Nardwuar's size, he seemed genuinely curious about what this quirky, tartan-clad Canadian was gonna hit him with next.
Keep on rocking in the free world and doot-doot-a-loot-doo.
Do what you just said?
Busta Rhymes, doot-doot-a-loot-doo.
Yo, I'ma see y'all. Y'all take care. Y'all can take care of Mr.
Actually,
Nardwuar.
almost there, Busta.
Nardwuar needs a little assistance over there. I think his cannons is a little loose.
Actually, Busta, it's doot-doot-a-loot-doo.
Phillips screwdriver to just tighten up one of them screws in the side of his skull over there.
Doot-doot-a-loot-doo.
He might need a new pair of socks or something.
Busta, please.
No, he walking
No,
around
Busta, no.
crazy and funny. I don't understand, Mr. Nardwuar.
Come on, Busta, doot-doot-a-loot-doo.
Get out of here,
Oh,
man.
just do one more little noise thing and it'll be almost done. Doot-doot-a-loot-doo.
Yo, get him the out of here, man. Please.
Okay. All right. Nardwuar, we're done.
It's a pleasure.
Great, thank you so much.
But where his shtick is well established now,
Yeah, I was about to say, fuck, back in the day, fuck, niggas wasn't on it at the time. Niggas don't know the
Maybe
finish it,
because her team was stuck doing
It's just
office
like, man, what? But now he done been in the game so long, we did so many interviews, they know what's up. You know what I'm saying? So it's different. That's why you gotta stick in there.
this
Either they
wasn't
gonna
always
respect it
the
or they ain't.
case. I don't think he's being cocky. He probably has zero clue who Nardwuar is. He probably thought Nardwuar was trying to clown him and mock him. And while some people felt that Busta was maybe in on the joke, people like Jay-Z, who was recommended to do the interview by longtime supporter Pharrell, just didn't understand whatsoever.
Who are you?
Who am I? I'm a young man from Austin Projects
I'm a god, nigga.
really made the thing that thing that they say the American dream come true, because I'm not supposed to be here speaking to you. You know, there's a lot of people that come from where I come. There's a lot of skilled people who come from where I come who are not here right now. You know?
You are Jay-Z.
Oh, I thought you meant like, who am I? I thought it was a deeper question. Now that my name is Jay-Z, yes.
This is like when you tell all your friends about your favorite movie, and they just sit there saying, I don't get it the whole time. But even if you're aware of what Nardwuar is capable of, that doesn't mean it can leave you shocked to the point that it triggers you to act out. For Memphis MC Black Youngsta, dealing with Nardwuar was clearly a sensory overload. Whether he was familiar with his content or the information he was revealing, the experience of having the interviewer discuss his life with such knowledge had him wondering if it was some sort of sting operation.
What about GMB Studios?
GMB Studio, they my dog Sean B. How the fuck you know this? How? Hold on, bro.
Hold on, bro.
How? How you? I'm saying, how? Like, talk to me, bro. You the police? Is you the FBI? CIA? What's you?
You are Black Youngster. We have to know,
Bro. How old are you? How old is you? How long you knew me? I'm not about to walk outside and go to jail now.
No, not at all.
And even though he managed to calm down for a moment, things went left again when Nardwuar casually mentioned the spot where he used to hustle, instantly bringing him back on edge and looking for the nearest exit.
You know, we post up there, we trap all the everything. Everything you can think of, we do everything right there at the Quick Mart.
The Longview Apartments?
Bruh, who told this man this shit? Huh? Man, this legend, bruh. This on where I stayed there when I was younger.
For For the CMG signee, this was enough to have him visibly shook in a way that he'd normally never allow himself to be seen. However, he needs to be commended for standing his ground to the end, because some rappers have actually fled. Take Denzel Curry for example. During an interview before a show, Nardwuar freaked out Denzel Curry in a similar vein.
You are Denzel
Curry?
Your Aunt Betty did security?
What the fuck? How the fuck you know this?
Right off the bat.
God damn. Bro, you the feds, bro?
Oh, you are Denzel Curry. We have to know. But your Aunt Betty's security?
Bruh, you
Yeah,
like
what you want me to say
the
about
feds
that?
right now, though.
Yeah, she did
And once
strip,
again,
man.
things proved to be a step too far when he mentioned an old friend from the neighborhood.
Chauncey.
Don't you even know this from our block? Whoa! I'm done. Yo!
Denzel Curry.
Hell no!
But Denzel isn't the only one who briefly dipped and eventually returned. This was in the same vein as what JID did when Nardwuar recalled his own old part-time job, and one famous face from hip-hop that was once a customer.
You also delivered pizza to Killer Mike, right?
What? I don't think I delivered pizza to Killer Mike. I remember that. I definitely delivered pizza.
Barbershop.
Yes, 100%, 100%, yes. Okay, why do you know this?
Well, you are Jit. We have to know.
Okay.
You come back. That's the difference. That's a difference.
But as JID alluded to, there's one man who is synonymous with running away from Nardwuar like no other. By the time he got his reputation for being the man who fled the scene from Nardwuar, Lil Uzi had already knew the drill and had literally been on the platform before without any major issue. But whether Uzi was just in a different headspace that day or the vibe was too wild, things didn't go as planned the second time around. Right off the bat, Nardwuar handed him a Rob Zombie movie poster, which immediately threw him off. At first, it looked like he could handle it, but that didn't last long.
We have right for you,
Now right
Little
here,
Uzi.
still got real teeth. I want to do he got veneers right now. I'm gonna have to check that out because I believe he got veneers right now.
Rob Zombie poster.
This Adam is on WhatsApp. This Adam is not. So his donation update got lost under a million group texts.
Wow, about
Very impressive.
Within minutes of the interview starting, things took a wild turn. Because the moment Nardwuar mentioned the name of one of Uzi's old associates, that was it. He literally bolted and took off running mid-interview.
Never came back.
Guns Garcia.
Yo, he know too much. I can't do this.
They say he know too much.
What Kanye do?
Little Uzi Vert in action, running away from Nardwuar, the human servant. Is Little Uzi, do you think, coming back? Do you think Little Uzi is coming? Little Uzi!
This led to a chase sequence as he tried to get a signature goodbye, which he eventually acquired.
Little Uzi, how are you doing? Little Uzi, do-do-lu-do. Little Uzi, do-do-lu-do. Little Uzi, thank you again for coming.
Ecstasy.
And do-do-lu-do. Lil Uzi Vert, do-do-lu-do. Do-do. Thank you! Little Uzi Vert leaves.
Now I say young
stand still right now. Ready, set, go.
Understandably, this blew the internet apart and was even sampled on Uzi's Foot Soul Shuffle. But this wasn't the end of the road for them, and amazingly, Uzi actually did it again. After meeting backstage at a show, Uzi agreed to talk to him. He even went out of his way to give him his flowers. And at one point, Uzi casually offered to have him over for a meal at his house, showing just how much respect he had for the legendary interviewer.
Another one.
Or you could just come to my house and have dinner.
Oh, that'd be amazing!
Yeah.
That'd be amazing!
Yeah.
How do I get in touch?
I'll give you my number. Then I can teach you how to play Call of Duty.
Boom!
I don't
That'd be
believe he was
amazing.
being truthful.
Yet even though they were
bet that
clearly
never
on
happened.
good terms,
I bet it
he
never
just had to keep the long-running joke and sprinted into a car.
Is there anybody else in the crowd that you'd like to point out?
Could you hold this for me? We gotta keep this traditional.
That nigga say we gotta keep this traditional.
Because of how many of these iconic moments he sent our way, Nardwuar has rightfully acquired legendary status, and we can only hope that he keeps doing this for a long time to come. Because quite frankly, rappers' interviews just wouldn't be the same without him. Keep on rocking in the free world.
Yeah, so why you named the many victims? I ain't gonna name it that shit. But yeah, y'all like, comment, subscribe. Y'all like that one. If y'all know about Nardwuar, just put a yeah in the comments. You know what I'm saying? If you know about it.
Do it, just do it for the boy, girl.